It's Miss Brystan, and I am back with another signed story time for you. This week, or this time, we're going to continue with our question series. So if you remember, last time we did, do you remember this sign? It's a sound an owl makes, if that helps. It's who. So last time we did who questions, and today we're doing what questions. And I'll teach you that sign in just a minute. But first, we have to get our hands warmed up with our warm-up song. You've done this with me before. You know the song. But just to quickly go through the signs, we're going to do hello. It's an easy one. It's a wave. We're going to do friend. We're going to do time, like you're checking a watch. And say. And then we'll go back to hello. Easy. Are you ready? I'm ready. All right. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. All right. We're warmed up. We're ready to go. So today, we're going to learn the sign for what? That's the question we're asking. And the sign for what, you can do it two hands. What? Pretty like you're shrugging your shoulders. What? It feels very natural. What? You can also do it with one hand. What? And today I'm actually going to teach you two signs for the word what. We'll worry about the second one during our second story. But this first one is for like what's happening. Or if someone calls your name and you're like, what? Or if you're wondering what that thing is over there, what's that? That's when you would use this sign. What's that? So we're going to use that with our first book today. It's called Brown Bear, What Do You See? You probably know this story. We're also going to run through some colors in this book today. So we'll start with brown. We have our letter B, brown, like you have brown hair around your face, brown. Brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. We have a sign for red. Think of like lipstick, red. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Here's our yellow duck. Think of a letter Y, yellow. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Have you ever seen a blue horse? I've never seen a blue horse in real life, but here's a blue horse. Blue. Again, we have that B sign, blue. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. For green, we have our letter G, and we just shake it. A lot of those colors, are the first letter it starts with, and then you just shake your hand. They're pretty easy. Green. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. Also never seen a purple cat in real life, but here's one. Purple, the letter P, purple. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White's a little different than the other signs. Think of it like a white t-shirt, white. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black's also a little different of a sign. Think of like a hat with a brim, black. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Gold, oh, this is a fun sign, because it's kind of like yellow, but it's a little fancy, so we have an extra finger out. And you just do this. Like think of Goldilocks or blonde golden hair. Gold. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. Teacher's not a color, but I will still teach you the sign for teacher. Teacher. This is kind of a tricky one, but think of like knowledge and a person who has knowledge. Teacher. Teacher, what do you see? I see children looking at me. Also not a color, but I'll teach you that sign. Children. Think of lots of kids standing in front of you. Children. Children, what do you see? And I'll leave it with that question. What do you see? The end. That was brown bear, what do you see? So I said I was going to teach you a second sign for what. So there's the what question, which is like, what is that over there? But then there's what as in what if, like a wonder. I wonder, or what if, and that's this. What if? This is a sign for if, but it's also the sign for what if. It used to be what if, but it's been shortened to what if. So we're going to ask that question today. You can think of it as like, what if dinosaurs were still around? Or what if we could eat ice cream for all 3 meals a day? Or what if Miss Brystan would just read the second story already? So that's what we're going to do. What if? This is What If by Samantha Berger. With a pencil and paper, I write and draw art to create many stories that come from my heart. But what if that pencil one day disappeared? I'd fold up the paper till stories appeared. Here's some origami, some folded paper art. And what if that paper was no longer there? I'd chisel the table and then carve the chair. And what if there wasn't a chair here at all? I'd chip and I'd peel at the paint on the wall. I wonder what the grown-ups think about this. And what if there wasn't a wall anymore? I might build a story from boards on the floor. Without any floor, I could still use the land and sketch out a tale in the dirt with my hand. I could still shape the leaves. I could still sculpt the snow. I could still plant the flowers and make kingdoms grow. Without any land, I would still use the light, invent shadow stories the sun would ignite. If there was no light, I would still use my voice to sing out my stories, to chant and rejoice. I'd still have my body to twist and to bend, to dance out my stories beginning to end. And if I had nothing, this is a long page, if I had nothing, but still had my mind. Whoa, look at this. It says, there'd always be stories to seek and to find. If I know nothing but one bit of fate, as long as I live, I will always create. As long as I live, I will always create. And that was What If by Samantha Berger. I want to thank you so much for being here today and listening to another story time. We have our goodbye song to do. It's the same signs as the first one. I like to wave goodbye with my other hand just to make it look different, but it's the same sign. So we have goodbye, we have friends, and we have time, and we have say. All right, are you ready? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. All right, thank you again, and I'll see you later.